Hi guys, know it's been a long time for an update, so here we go. Quite a lot's happened recently, so let's talk us all through it. We're going to start off looking at the tanks. Realising we are one tank down. Goldfish have now gone outside into a pond where they're just quite happy living and doing 100 times better. Chasing each other around, still trying to breed with each other, so they are now gone outside as it was getting a little bit small for the tank. So the 160 sold, and that is now gone. So we now have got the planted 250. As we can see, it is in need of a little bit of fertiliser and iron, just because some of the leaves are browning out. But we have increased to 2 lights on there now, just to keep the plants growing. We've also got a spider plant in there, which is growing underwater. It's going to grow through the surface eventually. And the mixed community is going well. No additions of new fish in there, as there's quite a lot in there already, and they are breeding. And we are keeping this one at a steady 26 degrees. We'll need to get a new, more powerful heater, as it is on full, to keep it at that temperature. And we'll get some fertiliser in there in the next couple of weeks, see if we can green it up. As I said, CO2 and iron will really get these plants in the middle going, as these corner ones are looking really lovely with the roots hanging down. Still using the 1000 Tetra filter, no issues whatsoever. That's the first update on that one. As we move on to the second tank, we've got a lot of changes over here. Number one is the scape. We are currently in the process of rescaping, and all of you are probably wondering, we got new fish, we got new corals. We still haven't got a new light, but we've turned it up to full white as well to try and help with the part. Whether that makes the perm or any, we will find out. Well, everything seems to be doing pretty well. We haven't lost anything, except for the softy in the corner just there, which is looking a little bit sad. The water is becoming quite clean. The nitrates was going up quite fast, so I've decided to carbonate every day, as the refugium really wasn't taking off. So we're doing vodka dosing, 2 ml a day, set up to a J-Bar auto dosing pump. We have also got these bad boys here, ATI Essentials, part 1 and 2. The 2 part at the back for alkalinity and calcium, and trace elements and magnesium at the front. We're dosing 6 ml of that a day at the moment, of each, and it is keeping my levels rock solid. As we go through, as we can see, we have got a lot of algae growth in the sump, but that's nothing to be worried about. We do have the Cheeto, which is growing but very slowly, because I'm not prepared to let my nitrates reach 100 and phosphates go berserk. We've still got the very small undersized skimmer, which is still pulling out everything it does. We've also put foam in the middle now, just so it catches stuff, and the 2 tubes around the edge, just to keep the water levels the same, so this department doesn't run almost dry. As in rock in the middle, we have increased the amount of live rock filtration, keeping my levels low, and also put bioballs in this section as well. As we move up to the next section, we can see power heads have slightly changed. We've now just got 1 large power head and 2 small ones, which are keeping the flow. And the outlet's now got a net over to stop any fish trying to go in it. We do need to get some sand shifters, as we are getting algae starting to grow on the bottom. But on the grass it is relatively clean. We have got a lot of coralline algae growing along the glass, and starting to grow along the back, which I'm very happy about. In terms of corals, Montipora frag, very slowly growing, but not doing too badly. Duncans, doing absolutely wonderful. We have got to 5-6 heads on this one now, within the space of 3 months, which I'm very happy about. Which is going really well. So the lights are coming down now, so all the corals are just starting to close. We then got the zoas. I had to remove a mushroom that was glowing over, which was just here, my finger is. He was growing over this first zoas. And you see they are a little bit smaller, but they are growing remarkable. This softy up here, he just keeps going huge as the nitrates go up a little bit. Whether we were able to keep him, we will be able to find out. We then come to the SPS pieces. We've got the bird's nest at the back, and the Montiporus Bellato, I believe, at the front. Recent additions, just seeing how they're getting on, so no growth on them. And then the other LPS there. This is a 2-header LPS. It's a day old, and it is doing marvellous. Nice coloration out of it. Then we come to frog spawn at the front. Doing very, very well since I've had them. Had continuous growth out of it, continuous length, and is getting to a considerable size. And then I got my hammer, which is actually growing a bubble in the centre of this left head. So God knows what that's going to do, but that is continuing to grow as well. Unless a fish has just burst it. We then come to the sailfin tank, displaying itself very nicely. Looking gorgeous. We've still got the 2 clowns, still not a pair, still having the occasional scrap. Looks like this one's going to be the smaller male, and this will be the more dominant female. Fox face, which is growing lovely. Nice round belly now. Really coming on. Cleanup crew have decided to stick to each other today with a snail riding a hermit crab around. And we've also put trochus snails in the sump to help keep this algae down. I would rather have all the algae growth in there and none up here. Other than that, we are looking to give further the rockscape. Softy side of the tank will just be on this side eventually, with just all mixed corals all around this side. Hopefully some rockscape coming up here with a bridge link into this one. We will be looking at lights. I am looking at the 32 hydras at the moment, but just cannot bring myself to buy them yet, as effing does seem to be doing alright. And I just need to make sure this tank is 100% stable. I mean, calcium and alkalinity is perfectly stable now. I'll change to Aquaforest salt, which is really good. Just agree with their ethos a bit more, you know, using plastic out the ocean. Wish it was a little bit higher, but they're still in 20%, which is more than every other brand. They're not taking anything out of the ocean. They're not damaging it in any other way, which is a lot better for the hobby and generally for the world. So yeah, keep checking back, and I keep doing updates, and we will see how this goes. We're only 3 months old, this tank, and already within 3 months it's doing remarkably well. Normally in a 3 months tank we would have a pair of clowns and a couple of softs. So check back for updates on this one. We'll get some fertilizer in this one, and possibly a new grow light on the top eventually to support the other two. Let's see if we can make this go to absolute berserk. Thank you very much, guys. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.